Today we have a review of a new movie which was just released. I was highly anticipating it as I'd heard really good things about it. And now I've seen it, it's time to give my thoughts on Judas and the Black Messiah. Judas and the Black Messiah follows the story of Fred Hampton, chairman of the Illinois Black Panther Party, and his faithful betrayal by FBI informant William O'Neill. Yeah, so from some YouTubers I watch who had seen it early, they said this was one of the best movies they've seen this year and they really think it deserves some awards. So that's kind of what I built up my hype for this movie around, what other people had said. I wasn't sure if I was going to check this one out. We'll find out if I'm glad I did or not. So moving into my positives for this movie, both Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Stanfield were absolutely outstanding here. These are the best performances of their lives thus far, really worthy of awards. You know, everyone was actually really good here, like Jesse Plemons, but just because these two were the main characters, they really stood head and shoulders above the rest. But yeah, that's not taking anything away from everyone else's performance, because I thought they were really good. The storytelling is superb. It constantly kept me engaged with how this story would play out. I know this is based on true events, which I'm not too familiar with, so I found it really interesting and really engaging. It really had an impact on me as the viewer, not just because of the things that had happened that this movie was based off of, but also just how well it was told and how realistic it felt watching it. Other than that, it executed pretty much everything really well. The look, as I said, the tone, it felt very realistic. The pacing, I found it enjoyable. People said it slowed down a bit in the middle, but I thought it was very well paced. And just overall how it was directed was very well done. I don't believe I had seen anything from this director before, so it was a good impression for me. Just to elaborate on Daniel Kaluuya's performance as Fred Hampton, just some of the speeches and, monologues he gave, they were excellent. It was some really, really inspiring stuff, and every time he was on screen, he would steal the show. You know, many movies in this past year, they haven't been amazing, as we've mainly been restricted to just stuff that was intended to be on streaming services. There are some which were going to be theatrically released and chucked on streaming service like this one, but we hadn't really seen anything too powerful. But here I had that kind of thrill, that excitement, that tension that I haven't really had in a while from a new release. I was fully invested in it, and something like this, it just makes me excited for when, theatres are properly reopened again. I mentioned that a lot of people were saying that this has a lot of potential for awards. I 100% agree. So yeah, those were my pros, and I don't have anything bad to say about it, so we'll just move on to my final verdict. I was very impressed with Judas and the Black Messiah. It has all the potential to win all these awards that it has ahead of itself, as I wasn't expecting a movie this good to come this early in the year, so hopefully, as great as it was, hopefully we haven't topped the year in terms of quality. It is currently at the top of my 2021 list, but I hope it doesn't stay that way. I hope I get to see some other things which are as good as this, or maybe better. In terms of rating for this movie, I am going to give it an 84%, which I haven't given a score that high to a new release in a long time. I think the last one was probably Tenet. Yeah, I really do recommend this one. It is a really fascinating story that is told based on true events, and yet just the performances were fantastic. It's one you should really check out. So there was my review of Judas and the Black Messiah. After this video, I'm going to have reviews on a few new releases which also came out on the same day: Willy's Wonderland and Fear of Rain. So make sure to stick around for those. But anyways, let me know what you thought of Judas and the Black Messiah in the comments, as well as commenting. I'd really appreciate if you'd like and subscribe. It would really mean a lot. But anyways, once again, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you in the next one.